stylishly by the base.
This is the way of holding it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Stylishly like this or normally like this?
normally like this.
Okay. मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग? तो फ्रेंड्स, मैं सुमन, आज हम जा रहे वाइनरी टूर पे और ये अपने घर के पास 20-25 मिनट की दूरी पे है और हमने thrilophilia.com वेबसाइट से बुक किया है।
This is the main area. This is the main area.
For the guests or
for the guests, for the wine tasting hall, where you have 5 types of wine here, which is given for tasting. First, I take you around to show you how the wines are made.
Okay.
First, I take you and show you how the growth of the plants are.
Okay.
Then take you how the wines are made.
Yeah.
Then we come down for the wine tasting. Yeah, this is basically a party hall lawn, so you can have your party here. And private events, they do have some board meetings sometimes. You can play there. They have some sports equipments kept here.
Okay.
So you can play football or badminton, whatever they give you to play.
Nice.
Kilometers away from here. So just give the explanation how you grow these plants are grown and what are the climatic conditions it requires.
Okay.
So I'll just explain to this.
Sure.
These plants basically came from France long ago, and now they are in genetic into India.
Okay.
So this is a wild grape called dogrich.
Okay.
This stem this is a wild grape called dogrich. This is the leaves, madam. These are the leaves. So what we do, we plant this plant in the ground for a year. After 1 year, you'll have lot of these canes growing. We select the best of 4 canes. We bud the variety of any variety. There are totally 10 varieties grown in India. So out of the 10, only 3 grow in Karnataka.
Okay.
That is Sauvignon Blanc, the Shiraz, and the Capso.
Okay.
So what we do is we select the canes, bud it to that, leave it for 3 years to develop.
I see.
After 3 years, it comes around 2.5 feet to 3 feet height,
Okay.
and then we start branching it. So those are called arms. So each plant will have 4 arms.
Okay.
2 arms left, 2 arms right.
Okay.
Each arm will be maintained at 2.5 feet to 3 feet. And first what is happening is, after they grow and get matured, the month of Feb end to March is the harvest.
Feb end to March.
March is the harvest. That's the time harvesting.
I got it.
So after the harvest, the plant gets 1 month rest completely.
Okay.
And what we do is, after the harvest, after 1 month, we cut off all these canes, leaving the bare nodes. So in these nodes, after 25 days, you get a lot of new shoots.
New shoots.
New shoots.
Okay.
So those shoots, if you are a commercial winemaker, we let only 8 to retain onto the plant, and the balance has been removed.
Okay.
And after 8, we select the best of 4 shoots.
Okay.
We keep it on those nodes,
Okay.
and for it to develop.
Then those are experts who select.
Yeah, that's all to the viticulture people.
Okay.
And they develop those 4 canes properly and mature it for 150 days. After 150 days, what they count the number of shoots.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is pencil thickness, it goes up till 6. If it is lesser than pencil thickness, 2 gets minused.
Okay.
Ultimately, there will be only, if it is very thin, it is just 2 shoots per cane. After 1 month, you get a new leaf and a flower. So these flowers from the month of November to December, it's called the flowering and the berry growth rate. In the month of December, from November to December is called the flowering and the berry growth rate. To January first week or second week is called the horizon stage, where if it is the red grapes, from dark green to dark purple, different stage of purple. It will start from green, become little reddish, and it is called the horizon stage till it reaches the last stage. January end, the winemaker gets into any of these lines, he picks up the topmost berries and starts seeing the sugar level. He's got a glycometer, he puts it on that, and it should read 24.5 bricks. He tells us to harvest. When we harvest, it's a peak summer time. So what happens is, this is called cordon system. So the plants and the sun, the berries get exposed to sunlight. The direct sunlight falling onto the berries, sugar level starts forming up. So when we harvest, when he says 24.5, we take 1 day for us to equip everything and call our people in. So it goes up by 1 point more, it is 25.5, and then we start harvesting. It is 12 tons per day we harvest, and directly it goes for crushing. No keeping it overnight for. Directly. Direct. It goes to the factory for sugar. If you keep it down in your cold storage, the sugar level gets down.
I got it.
Yes. The more water you give, the sugar level drops down. These plants are grown in rugged areas. Like they should not have any water retention on their root zone, but only moisture. Yeah. And grape doesn't have its characteristic by itself. It picks up the characteristics of terroir, that is the soil, and the surrounding plants. From Feb to June. After that, it's only maintenance.
Feb to June is the
working full swing. 24 hours they'll be working. People will be working here. Next 6 months is only maintenance.
Only maintenance.
Yes.
That means they have to just make sure
everything is working smoothly. All the wines have to be maintained, everything.
I understood.
So that all comes under the wine chemist.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, this is called a hopper. So what happens? This is called basically a de-stemmer machine. So this is the hopper for this thing. So we bring grapes here. We put it in this. This roller is fixed in the center.
This particular.
Yeah, this particular roller. So what happens when you put that? All the berries get into the roller. The stems fall down. This is called the must pump. So what happens? It churns everything, and then it pumps into this press. Once it gets into this press has a balloon. You will see here. See this sheet. It's got air inside. If it is the white grapes, what happens? The balloon is opened out fully. It gets pressed on this sheet. So only the skin, the seed come down. And the seeds and the skin come down. The juice is pumped to the upper tank.
And how does it go upper tank?
We have a pump.
That's not connected now.
It's not connected now. So if it is the red grapes, only the berries fall inside. They are nicely rolled because the skin, the seed have to give the essence to the red wine. So that gets pumped into the tanks. Those are the main tanks. Those are the main tanks.
The first process is there.
Yeah, first process there. Second process is here. From here, the juice is tank. It's on top.
My God, such a big tank.
Yes, totally 50,000 liters.
How much?
50,000.
50,000 liters.
So it goes on top. The juice is there for 2 months.
It is stored here for 2 months.
2 months.
Each tank.
Each tank. It's 6 months process.
I got it.
So it is there for 2 months. After 2 months, the winemaker sees if it is properly fermented, everything, colors proper, everything. If it is the red grapes, then what he does, he removes 25% of the silt, 25% of the waste, that is the seed and the skin, and then the balance 75 is put into this tank. It's brought to this tank. When it comes to this tank, it is again here for 2 months. After 2 months, he checks up the process again, acid, the sugar, the yeast, everything is proper. Here what he does, he removes all the silt, waste, everything, and then pumps it on top to this tank.
Oh, so from here, the
It
next
goes
process
next
is
here.
I thought all are stored at
No,
the time.
it comes here.
Okay.
So what happens when it comes here, this is called a filtration tank. From here, after 2 months,
Yeah.
the whole thing sediments settle down. He brings the filter machine, he pumps it through that and pushes into this tank. So from here, the aging starts.
From here, the
Aging starts.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
all these tanks are double layered, chiller water running at -4 degrees.
Oh.
Here it should stop fermentation. No more fermentation after 6 months. After 6 months, it is stopped for fermentation. You'll see the chillness here.
Okay. Yeah, of course, it's so
Yeah.
cold.
This tank is full now.
Oh, it's still working, is it?
Yeah?
Is it,
No. Here it will stop. All the wines will get stored here.
No, but right now it's all empty now. All these are empty.
Which one? No, this is full. This is full.
Full, is it?
This is full.
Okay.
So, if the level of the wine is less, CO2 gas is pushed in to not to let fermentation start.
Okay.
So it suppresses the thing and it is chilled here.
Okay.
So from here it goes on getting stored, and after 1 year, within the 6 months, it can be either be bottled or it can be in the tank.
I understand.
So always the red tanks will have a bigger volume like this,
Okay.
because here the skin, the seed, everything here, the body is heavy. Here only the juice comes here.
Okay.
So that's why you have a narrow tank.
I got it. I understood.
So,
Okay.
so every time a man, when we ship this wine from this tank and it has to be cleaned, a man goes inside,
Okay.
pressure washes it, ultraviolet light is shown inside, a speck of dirt is there, again he has to do it. If it is there, the whole wine gets spoiled. Save the energy of not losing the chillness, so we are padding this up. This is the lab.
Okay.
This is the lab. This is the tasting. Why all the tasters sit
Can I
here?
go inside?
Yeah, you can go in.
Okay.
So here the tasting will be tasted from tank to tank. When they shift, the tasting will be given to everybody. There, one person will taste for the yeast, one acidity, one sugar, which is made from the table grapes.
Yeah, my question was, what is the difference between port wine and the...
See, the port wine is edible grapes.
Okay.
The grapes what you use. So the kg of grapes you use, the kg of sugar you have to use.
Okay.
So because of that, what happens? The molasses goes up. So what happens? The sweetness comes, and that gives you a very bad headache the next day.
Port wine.
Port wine.
It
This
consists of more sugary feeling kind
yes,
of thing. It's
thing.
like you're drinking
a sweet
sugar water.
Right?
Right?
But actually, when you drink this wines, we don't add much of sugar.
You're talking about your port wine.
Yeah.
Kinvah's port wine.
No. I'm talking about the regular wine. There's a difference between port wine
And
the regular wine.
I got it. So what you're saying is the port wine sugar is added, is it?
Sugar is added.
In port wine.
Yeah, port
and
wine.
the regular wine, no sugar.
No
It is
sugar.
fermented
Fermented by the fruit juice.
by the fruit juice itself.
Yes.
That itself generates
That's
the
it. Sugar
feeling
sugar
and that taste.
taste.
Got it.
So every time when we have to start bottling, we fill these tanks. This comes under excise.
This comes under?
Excise.
I got it. The government.
Government.
Okay.
So the quantity of bottles and the quantity of liquor is measured by the excise people here. The bottling starts, no?
I understand.
So we have to have the bottle liquid and filled into these tanks.
Okay.
So whatever liquid is here, the juice is here, same number of bottles have to be bottled there. If not, if it is less, the person who is handling this and the bottling.
Will there be an excise person here? all
Yeah,
the time?
we have one inspector, we have one constable here. He is there. Inspector comes a little late, but the constable is here.
But they'll be there during the harvesting, the generation period.
Yeah, the manufacturing time.
Manufacturing period.
Yeah,
not
we have to give how many tons we are going to crush, what will be the quantity of liquid we will get, the juice what we will get, and what is the quantity of liquid we are holding.
all this information you have to give them.
It's a book.
And then it has to match with beer and those bottles.
Bottles,
instead. That
yes,
has to be matched.
matched.
That's the main criteria.
That's the main criteria.
I got it. Plus the quality part, they don't check and all
Who?
those things.
Excise don't count. We have to check to the quality part.
Quality part. It all depends on
It is only they will check on the alcohol level.
alcohol level.
Alcohol level. If your alcohol is too high, then they reject it because
I
you,
got it. You have to mention whatever
what
percentage. it is.
purposes. Now all these barrels have got emptied because now we have to start filling it up into this. This is the oak barrel.
Okay.
So these barrels are 200 liters drums.
Okay.
So when we bring the wine, we put it into this and close it. Every 3 months once, the winemaker has to check up the quality of the wine. Every 3 months. If it is a fresh barrel, we can directly fill it into this and it will give you one type of wood taste. In case if you want to enhance the flavor, we put a torch, we burn it inside.
You put a
Torch, flame, and then we burn the wood. So what happens when the wood gets burned and we pour the wine, you will get smoky taste and a smoky smell. So this can be single torched, burnt, double or triple toasted. We call the toasting. One toasting is one taste, double toasting is another taste, triple toasting has a different taste by it. See, once we burn it out, then fill in the wine, then leave it for a year, you will get one taste.
Okay.
So you want to have the different taste the next year, we wash it, we dry it, we toast it again inside.
Okay.
We put the torch and we burn it. That will be for few seconds. So every second will have a different type of a taste. So we can do this 3 times. After 3 times the wood gets thinner, we can't do it, we have to directly use it.
Directly?
Use it without burning.
Without burning?
Yeah.
Then if you want the taste, you need to change the wood, is it?
No, no, this barrel will come from France. This doesn't grow anywhere in India or anywhere in the world,
Okay.
only from France.
This barrel comes from France,
France,
is it?
yeah.
It's not manufactured here at
No,
all.
no.
How
This,
come Indians are not able to manufacture?
this tree doesn't grow here. Grow नहीं होता है. हिमालय में भी try किया, नहीं आया.
For Kinvah?
No, what happens is when we pour the wines into this becomes a premium wine. The rates go up.
Okay.
So most of the wineries produce little bit of these type of premium wines.
Okay, okay.
They make
The charges go up.
go up.
Obviously,
Yeah,
it goes
probably.
into 2K, 3K.
Yeah, 3K. Depends on the years in the barrel.
Oh, okay, I got it.
And the chilling here will be at minus 16 degrees. Actually breathes. Once when you put the liquid, all these lines get merged. They'll not let any liquid come out.
What come on here?
When you pour the liquid, all these woods swell.
Is it?
Once they swell, you will not get any lines like this. It will all be closed, all bund. So what happens? The juice won't come out. That is called breathing.
Okay.
So what we do is, these bottles
Yeah.
are put here.
Okay.
It's pressure washed. Air is blown. All the water comes out. As you see this boy filling in.
Yeah.
First the air is sucked out, and then it is injected inside. The juice is injected here.
Okay.
So within 30 seconds,
Huh.
this bottle has to reach that place,
Huh.
and he has to start putting the cap.
Within 30 seconds?
Yeah,
you have to
within
do
the
this?
second. Yeah,
I got it. So here he'll pick up.
yeah, he'll pick up and he'll start bottling manually to you then.
Okay, okay, sure.
So when you come to premium wines,
Yeah.
these premium wines bottles are washed here,
Okay.
and from here the bottles are
Mine are what's here?
Yeah.
The bottle comes.
here.
Okay.
It is manually kept there
Uh-huh.
and then bottled.
Okay.
These
All
all
are automatic process.
automatic process. The bottle has to be only lift and given out and kept it in the boxes.
Okay, okay.
Now this is called the fizz wine.
Fizz.
Fizz. So
Okay.
we add basically the CO2 to the wine.
I got it.
So what happened? The wine is filled here. The CO2 gas is added here.
Okay.
So when it comes here manually, we keep the bottle. Just put it here.
Yeah.
The same process. The injector goes, removes the air, fills it here, and it comes here manually. And here it is called the soda cap. You have the other type of cap to hold the pressure.
Right.
After it comes here, this is the excise department. From here, the excise starts.
What are those?
That's empty bottles.
Empty bottles.
That's the warehouse.
Okay, so what we consume, those
Yeah.
comes here.
No, no, no. Wine bottles get destroyed.
Is it?
We no washing.
Acha, acha.
It's all destroyed now.
Okay. So wine
Yeah.
bottle has to be destroyed.
Destroyed because
Cannot reuse
no, no, no. How much ever we wash in the bottle after we drink, what happens? The sediments get stuck. They don't come out of the bottle. It requires a very, very thorough process.
Which is
Very difficult.
expensive. I guess. So
Expensive.
better to produce
Produce the new bottles.
new bottle.
So this is the excise department. So this is a semi-automatic labeling machine
Okay.
where your bottles are fed, labeled and brought out on this table,
Okay.
and the inspector and the constable sit here.
Okay.
They find out the liquid what is in the tanks, have to match the bottles.
Okay.
Then he'll give a label,
Okay.
the serial numbers that will be stuck to these bottles. Having grape wine now coming in, grape beer coming in.
Oh, that's a new thing.
There's a new concept what they are trying to
Okay,
develop.
okay.
So
So
it goes
basically, it's not going to the vendors or the
no,
MRP
from
stores?
here it will go to the government warehouse.
Huh.
From the government warehouse, they have to pick up.
They have to pick
They
up.
have to pick
So
up.
directly
Yeah,
doesn't go.
go.
It goes to the
Government
warehouse.
warehouse.
I understand. So everything is.
Yeah, it's all
Then
sealed.
government will put the seal and all.
This is the seal, government seal.
Okay.
So this has to match to the government warehouse.
I got
Whichever warehouse they have been allotted to, it has to go there.
Okay. These are the port wines.
Yeah, these are all
It
basic.
goes to UV, is it?
UV. This will go to the
For
warehouse.
government,
Government from government, the UV will pick it up.
UV will pick it up, and then what they'll do there?
They will take it and mix it, make it a beer. In the morning at 10 o'clock
Sundays.
on Sundays.
Weekend or only Sundays?
Only Sundays, only Sundays. You get the entire package, like you get your wines, you get something to have first, then you have your wines, and then you have wine tour,
Okay.
and then you have your lunch, and
Okay,
then you
lunch
can
are
go.
only available on
Every day it's
every day is
available.
available based on the package.
Package.
Okay.
It's a nice place for a birthday party or a get together.
Right.
Please sit. I'll explain to you about the wines.
Definitely.
You have the chill wine. You always hold it by the stalk
Okay.
or stylishly by the base.
Hold like this.
Yeah, you can hold it like this
Okay.
or stylishly by the base.
This is the way of holding it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Stylishly like this or normally like this?
normally like this.
Okay.
If you hold it here, what happens? All the warmth of the body changes the taste of your wine.
Oh, that happens.
That happens.
Changes the taste of the wine.
Wine.
Okay.
So there are 5 S's to this. First S is to see the clarity of the wine.
Okay.
It can be little pale color, straw color, or little darker than the straw color. If it's a little darker, it's little aged wines.
Okay.
Never pour your wine above your broadest level of your glass.
Okay. This is the broadest
Yeah,
level.
broadest
I have
level.
poured it
Yeah,
right.
correct. So once
Any particular reason or is
I will tell you, because we have 5 S's. First L is to swirl. When we swirl the wine, all the aromas in the wine get opened out,
Okay.
and then you smell. See, when you smell, depends where the grape is grown.
Okay.
It can be grown near to a lemon citrus area,
Yeah.
or a guava groove,
Yeah.
or a coconut groove, or a chiku groove. It will give you the smell of that area.
That area.
That area. Become too sweety. When you add sugar, it is very sweet. This is not too sweet here. This is a fruit sugar. So every time when you have a sip of wine, you always have something creamy like this. It can be cheese and crackers, or it can be a pepper chicken.
Okay. Okay.
So once that gets coated on your palate, when you sip the wine, wine is basically a cleanser. It cleans the everything and asks for some more wine. The taste enhances.
Okay.
So you can try it out.
So what should I do? Just
You can take this. I'll just tell you.
Yeah, sure.
You just take a cheese.
Okay, cheese also is there.
Cheese
I didn't
also
notice
there,
that.
and then you keep it like this and you eat it.
Acha, acha.
Yeah.
Keep the cheese like this,
Yeah.
and then
Then you eat it.
eat normally.
Yeah, you can eat it.
Okay. Okay.
It is not a fast drink.
It's not a fast drink at all.
Whenever you are buying, having a party, or always buy a bottle 2 days ahead of your event in the house. Keep it in the lowest rack of your fridge. Let it nicely be chilled, and then just serve it after the 3rd day. See, every time when you will have a wine, always drink the equal quantity of water.
Okay.
What happens is, first thing, you will not get dehydrated.
Okay.
Second thing, you will always have the taste difference. Yes. Wine to wine, you should have at least about few seconds gap. Whenever you are buying wine in for the house, or when you go to the wine stores, you always buy it from your sealed box. Not sealed box.
Okay.
Wine, especially the bottles, when they are exposed to sunlight or light, it changes its taste.
Oh, I see.
So always when you buy a wine bottle, always tell them to give it from a sealed box. These wines,
Red wine has to be
yeah,
held like this,
hold
right?
like this.
Okay.
These wines are directly bought from the tank. They are not bottled and kept. So directly when the guest comes here, we directly get it from the tanks.
Okay, you get it from the.
Tanks, what the last tank, you know. We have a different from the excise.
Okay.
We say number of guests coming in,
Okay.
sample quantities, the permitters to take it directly from the tanks.
And this has to be.
You hold it like this.
Any particular reason?
This warmth of the body has to be given to this,
Okay.
to the
for
red wine.
I got it.
So when you can have the rosé, you know what happens is the same red wine. When we crush the red wine, skin gives the color, the seed gives the essence, and the pulp gives the juice.
Yeah.
So when you crush it, the rose color starts coming from the skin first.
Okay.
So the quantity of juice what we want, हम collect करके उसको रोजे करते हैं. So the balance of the seed and the skin is transferred back to the tank to give more darkness to the wines.
Okay.
No, I will tell you the basic thing what happens in India. See, I have tasted all Indian wines and Indian liquors which go abroad. You take it directly from the stores from abroad.
Okay.
You bring the same bottle here.
Yeah.
You buy the same bottle here.
Yeah.
You drink that. What happens? You will not get a headache first.
Yeah.
No irritation on your throat.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable.
Yes.
The same brand, you drink it here.
Yeah.
What happens?
The opposite.
Opposite.
Yeah.
That is because the rejects come as number one here in India. We are given that. I have always told people, whatever you sell there, sell here. I told the government, what you sell there, sell here. We have people to buy it.
Yes.
There is no money here. We have. They don't sell it.
They won't.
It depends on your clothing also.
तो फ्रेंड्स हम अभी जा रहे हैं स्टॉम्पिंग के लिए. दोस्तों आपके लिए ताज़ा वाइन बना रहे हैं सुमन. आप देख सकते हो कि कितनी मेहनत चल रही है यहाँ पे. तो जिन को वाइन चाहिए, जो स्पेशली मेड वाइन है जो स्पेशली मेड वाइन है, आप कृपा करके कमेंट कीजिएगा, लाइक कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपना एड्रेस नीचे लीव कीजिए, छोड़िएगा. हम आपके लिए तो आपके लिए स्पेशल वाइन बन रहा है बैंगलोर के किन्वा की फैक्ट्री में. और काफ़ी अच्छा लगा फ्रेंड्स. यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छा एंजॉय हुआ, बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सप्लेन किए. सब लोग अच्छे हैं, सब जगह कूल ठंडा सा. ये विनयार्ड तो नहीं है लेकिन इनका जो वाइनरी है वो यहाँ पे है. तो फ्रेंड्स लास्ट 2% बैटरी बचा हुआ है मेरे गोप्रो में. और ये विज़िट बहुत ही अच्छा था. बहुत ही सीखने को मिला कि वाइन कैसा बनता है, कैसा प्रोसेस होता है, कौन सा टाइप का वाइन कैसे पकड़ते हैं, वाइन का टेस्ट कैसे एक्सपीरियंस किया जाता है. तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे. तो फ्रेंड्स ये था हमारा वाइन टूर एंड बहुत ही अच्छा मज़ा आया. थैंक्स टू मिस्टर रोशन. थैंक यू सो मच सर. सी यू सून अगेन.